Hi peaches, it's Shaaba. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on another video. It's Monday, you know what that means? It is time for us to go fishing for a-holes. Why? Because it's a little bit of fun, it's a little bit of juicy drama. We can hopefully help a couple people out whilst expanding our own mindsets along the way. What's not to love? A reminder please peaches, as we strap on and keep our hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Be kind, please. In the comments section, I so encourage healthy discussion, wonderful discussions. Get your fuzzy little butts downstairs in the comment section to keep the conversations going, because we can learn so much from the storytelling of other people. Let's just remember to be courteous and kind with the way we phrase things. And two, if you haven't already, maybe you want to consider subscribing. I don't know. It is free, it shows support to the channel, and it really helps me out. So if you're wanting to do that, you're very welcome to, but no pressure. All right, are we ready to dive deep into the a-holes? Let's go. Am I the drama for refusing to wear less revealing bikinis? Oh, we are starting with a blood boiler here. Already got my badge. You see it? Let's read on though, because we know that sometimes these titles can be deceiving. Grab a cuppa, we move. For context, I am a 40-year-old woman and I've always been on the heaviest side my entire life. This is a fat phobic post. Come. Over the past year, I've gotten a personal trainer and I've been going to the gym 5 days a week. That is intense. I've lost over 50 pounds this past year and I'm very proud of my transformation. I'm in the best shape that I've ever been. I'm happy for you, my love. Congratulations, that sounds like a huge achievement. I can't quantify numbers in my brain in this way, so 50 pounds, it sounds like a lot. I really hope that you were doing that for you, and I'm proud and happy for you if this is what you wanted to do, you know, so go you. So my 3 best friends and I rented a house on the lake for the week of the 4th of July. We arrived on Monday and none of us live in the same state, so it's a nice excuse for us to all get together with our families, husbands and children included. So before this week, I'd gone shopping for new bathing suits and I bought my first ever 2-piece bikinis. I've never had the self-confidence to wear a 2-piece, and my 3 friends are also on the heavy side. Okay, I note this about your friends. I understand because of the context why you're putting that in there. I also just want to, with my Mama Shaaba hat on, emphasize that every body is a 2-piece bikini body baby. I'm plus size. I don't know if that's like apparent or like incredibly obvious to people, especially because like this is all that you see, but I am absolutely plus size. I'm like a size 12 to, I mean, what are sizes really? Like, I'm a size 12 to 14, which is considered weirdly, in my opinion, plus size, because it is the average body size. So if it is the average, surely it cannot be plus. Make it make sense. Honestly, the whole thing is rooted towards diet culture, which is rooted in profit, and profit being made from people hating their bodies, which is why I feel I need to say I'm so happy for you, OP, for feeling like you have the confidence to wear a 2-piece bikini, but you deserve to have that confidence before your 50 pounds was not on your body. Do you know what I mean? Your 3 friends who are on the heavy side, who may not have gone through the transformation that you have, are also entitled and very encouraged to wear whatever the frick they want to wear, including a 2-piece bikini. Now that that is settled, let's continue reading the post. Anyway, so we arrived to the lake on Monday and we all got moved in for the week. The house had a pool. I'd hope so. Because how else would you show off your gorgeous bikinis? And we all rented a boat for tubbing? What is this? What does this mean? Do you tube on a boat? Do you tub on a boat? I kind of hope that you tub. I don't know what either would mean. Please let me know in the comments. And we also rented jet skis. Yay. Are those the ones where you're like, at the bottom of a boat? Because I would like... Everything seemed normal, says OP. Yesterday was more of the same with no issues until last night after dinner. Did you wear a bikini to dinner? My friends and I were sitting on the porch talking when one of my friends made a comment like, you need to tone it down. At first I didn't know what they were talking about, so I made a funny comment about nothing. That is when all 3 of them lit into me. Oh no, this doesn't sound very friendly. They said that I need to cover up and that I'm making their husbands feel uncomfortable. Oh, I finally realized that they meant my 2-piece. So it was so not an issue for you. You didn't even realize what they were talking about. I think I'd be confused too, babe. Oof. I asked what was wrong with them and they proceeded to say no one wants to stare at your ass and tits. I mean, speak for yourself. But also, you wear a bikini not for other people. You wear what you want to wear for you. If you like it, who cares what other people want to look at? You don't like it, look in a different direction. It's my bikini. It's my body. I will dress it in whatever tinsel I want. Don't wear a tinsel bikini. That actually sounds really painful. Let's read on. I was so caught off guard by this that I got defensive, understandably. Before long, we were in a full-blown argument. Oh dear. it happens. We are but human. They were saying, stop acting like a slut. And I replied by telling them that they are just jealous because they're wearing one pieces. Is that where it's coming from? Like in your gut? Or have they said things as part of this argument where you're like, yeah, I can tell that this is coming because you want to feel like you want to wear a bikini, but for reasons that are not true, but a stigma that is a learned behavior, you are feeling like you are not confident enough. And so you're annoyed that I am, because that is a very hard position to be in. At the same time, is it maybe the right thing to say? Does it help diffuse situations and mend bridges and encourage friendships to blossom and grow through healthy communication? Let's read on. After that, I was so hurt that I stormed off to cry in my room. Oh, I'm so sorry, OP. I couldn't even tell my husband the reason I was so upset. No. I spent the rest of the night in my room, and this morning I'm the first one to awake. I'm wearing another two-piece. Am I the drama, or are my friends just so insecure? You wear that two-piece, baby! You are entitled to wear what you want to wear. It is as simple as that. Do we think it's the husbands of the friends, or do we think it's the friends? OP seems to think it's the friends. I'd honestly bet that if you had gone down to that table and said, so, husbands, I hear you have a problem with my bikini, that would be the first that they've heard about it. Because it's very easy to scapegoat your problem onto other people if in fact this reflection is happening where they are just not feeling able to wear it and they are annoyed that you have this sense of confidence that they don't have. I respect you for wearing your bikini. I hope you feel encouraged to do it, and I really hope that you feel like you are in a place where you can share with your husband as well all that has gone on, all the hurt that you have felt, and that he can help celebrate you and your autonomy and your fashion to wear whatever the frick you want, and that you are able to turn this into a learning moment for your friends so that they too can feel empowered to wear whatever they want. Because honestly, it's 2024 and I'm so done with this level of policing. I'm just not here for it. So my badge is not the drama. I was thinking maybe this is not the drama with a tiny you were the drama, or an everybody sucks here, specifically because in the argument it does sound like you didn't diffuse. However, you didn't start it either, and I understand why in a defensive mode you would act this way. You are human. You are being called derogatory terms with the intention to upset you and to embarrass you and to shame you, to feel like you can't wear what you want to wear, and that's just very wrong, and I don't think that that's enough to qualify you in any ways the drama, and so blah 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 blah, not the drama. Simples. Not the drama. It sounds like they're jealous that you put in the work to lose weight, congratulations by the way, and their husbands are boys if they feel uncomfortable. What's the difference going to the beach and seeing women walk around in two pieces or whatever else? We go to the beach to have fun. Who cares what people are wearing or not wearing? Yeah, I agree and I disagree with parts of this comment. I agree that this is not the drama. Maybe there is a jealousy. Okay, rereading that, I think my mind connected the fact that, you know, the whole like congratulations to, and this is why you are allowed to wear a bikini and they are not, which I don't think this commenter did. So just checking myself there. And I do absolutely agree that there is no difference between you doing it and other people doing it, but even if other people aren't doing it on the beach, if everybody is wearing seaweed wraps, you do not need to wrap your body in seaweed, baby. You do what you want to do, because if you like the bikini you're wearing, you wear the bikini that you're wearing. You know what I mean? Unless you are actively trying to flaunt or flirt with the husbands and show off, then I'd say that they're insecure and projecting their insecurities onto you. You didn't do anything wrong and it's not up to them to say what you can and can't wear. You're there to have fun, spend time together and relax. The bodies that we have are literally the least interesting thing about us. So I am so confused as to why this like dominates conversation. OP says their husbands aren't staring at me or anything. I think my friends are overreacting and saying that to make me feel bad about myself. If you're getting that vibe, babe, and you're explaining that to us, then that is particularly wrong of your friends. And I'll say I'm not surprised. Even if their husbands were staring, that is not a you issue. I agree with this too. Not the drama. If a man's uncomfortable with a woman's outfit, that is his problem. You aren't wearing the outfit for anyone but yourself. Your friends are jealous of your weight loss and rockin' body, and that is a them problem. Again, it's fine. I totally agree with this comment, and you do have a rockin' body, but your friends also have a rockin' body. I feel like there's so much of me that feels that, especially because I'm talking about this on a platform, right? Like, and this isn't say that I say this here and then I go offline and I'm like, plus size people like myself don't have a rockin' body. I have a rockin' body. Plus size people have rockin' bodies. What I was trying to say with that is that sometimes I think on these platforms I can sound incredibly preachy, but it's because I don't want people to misinterpret what I'm saying, right? Like, I hear what you're saying and you are congratulating this person for having a rocking body, and they do have a rocking body. At the same time, Mama Shaaba just needs to say, because we're speaking to a wide platform about things like learning, and learning from storytelling specifically, that everybody has a rocking body, regardless of the size. You had a rocking body before you lost weight. You had a rocking body now. Your sense of confidence should not come from the fact that you've lost weight. It should just come from the fact that you feel fantastic. Simple as that. Not the arsehole, but during breakfast, you should bring it up to the entire group that it's been brought to your attention that it's making everyone uncomfortable. Ooh! specifically mentioned the wives have all indicated their husbands are uncomfortable. The tea being stirred. I see you. Watch them squirm as the husbands get upset at the wives for making them sound like creeps. It would be a creepy thing to say. And I honestly don't think that that is what is being said. But at the end of the day, you are your own being. But with every situation, regardless of whether we are the drama or not, we have a choice to make. We can act in a way that preserves the connections, or we can act in a way that antagonizes the situation. Sometimes we are not clear of mind to be able to make that decision properly. But often, especially when we have some time to healthily sit back and understand what it is that we want to communicate, we can decide to not add fuel to the fire. And if we're preserving connections, something like this isn't the best way to go about it. Does that mean that I think it's a bad idea? Believe me, their husbands are not the one feeling uncomfortable. It seems to be a consensus. And you know who else is uncomfortable? You, freaking you, OP. You don't deserve to be made uncomfortable. Your friends are directly doing that, and that sucks. These people are not your friends. You might think that you're friends, but it's not what friendship is. Not the drama, of course. A two-piece is very normal swimwear. It's not even as if you're like wearing something outrageous. If you had come out in a mankini, I would understand. But you are wearing a bikini, babe. A bikini. Like, do your friends need new hobbies? If this is what they are complaining about, wow. I feel like we covered that one well. I feel like we've like created and garnered this safe space of like positive uplifting and gorgeous bodies, and I'm ready. Let's go fishing once more. Would I be the drama? Love a good would I be the drama, oh my god. For asking my husband not to leave our room at night. This sounds so cryptic, I'm trying to understand it. I am a 36-year-old woman and I am married to a 37-year-old man. For the past week, after the kids have gone to sleep and we're tucking in, tucking in, that's so cute. Like the idea of you like tucking each other in. He will leave our room and go to the basement or garage. Why am I now so conscious about how I say this word? Where he, husband, tinkers or plays with his collections, in quotes, bunnies, of Hot Wheels, remote control cars, etc., or just does stuff to his car. Sounds like husband's a bit of a car head. And that's fine. We're all allowed our passions. I just want to note that I don't like the idea of this collections being in quote marks, because it kind of sounds like you're being mean to the fact that your husband likes cars, and I just don't like people bullying other people for no reasons, and it feels like a bit of a bullying tactic. So tut OP. But let's read on. For the first couple of days I didn't mind, because maybe it's a one-off, but after that it was kind of getting ridiculous in my opinion. This is because, for one, I like to actually spend some time with my husband before we go to bed, like watch a movie or watch TV or something, but we can't, since he'll go down and come back by 11 p.m. to midnight. I know he isn't leaving the house because, well, ring, as in the Ring doorbell. I mean, you could just ask him. I know he's not leaving the house because I'm checking the surveillance cameras. It's a bit weird, babe. Like, you're married. You got kids. You should know because you're having conversations. This post is rubbing me up the wrong way, but let's finish it and then we'll unpack. I brought it up to him, asking what he was doing during this time and why he did it at that time. And he said that it allows him to indulge in his hobbies without it affecting on the actual day. So it sounds like you've brought it up in what feels like a healthier way than you're communicating to us. And it sounds like he's also given you a response. He's like, hey, I have hobbies and I'm trying to do what I want to do for me without it impeding on the us. I've been considering asking him to not do it anymore and to find some time during the day, but I'm asking here since I don't know if that would therefore be drama. So am I the drama? I'm going to say yes. Yes, I do think you are the drama in this situation. Absolutely. Hear me out. Let's unpack this. One, you're totally trivializing his hobbies. Two, you're checking a ring cam, which makes me feel like you're not actually like communicating properly. And especially because like you're finding it ridiculous because you're like, oh, well, maybe it's a one-off. It sounds like you didn't voice your opinions or how you felt until it's like boiled up to be this big resentment. It sounds like there is a communication issue, and I feel like, OP, maybe it'd be a good idea to learn how to communicate a little bit better. It also sounds like you have needs and your husband has needs, and neither of you are paying attention to what those needs are, which in my mind then goes, well, is in maybe in everybody sucks here, but no, and this is why you have not communicated your needs to your husband. You're telling us you want to watch a movie, you want to watch TV, you want to spend some time before the 11 p.m. midnight. I don't know what time you go to bed. Maybe you go to bed at midnight, and then you're feeling like when you put the kids away, this cherished couple time that you have in your mind, he is not respecting. But how is he supposed to respect something when he doesn't know anything about that expectation? We need to communicate what we want. Communicate our expectations. It is as simple as that. You kind of did though. Afterwards you said why during this time, and when he explained that to you and your response was, I don't want you to do it, and particularly not at this time, like find some other time in the day, I feel like either that was a very small conversation where you're like, and you're annoyed more in your brain and you haven't actually communicated that, or you're not communicating it to us properly, because what should go down, and I feel like the conversation that would be a good idea for you to have, lovely OP, or anybody else in a similar situation, would be to say, okay, well, here's the thing. I feel neglected during this time. I would love to spend some time with you. Can we find a way to make that work? Maybe it's not every day. And then from there are two situations. Number one, maybe there's a time that you can think of together where husband can, have his own time with his car head stuff that doesn't impede on your little couple's time when the kids are away, but that also doesn't impede on the rest of the day. Sounds like maybe that's not possible though, because he's saying, hey, I've actually put this into account and I don't want it to affect the day. Maybe that is possible, in which case find the time. But if that's not possible, the second option that I would so strongly encourage you to do would be to compromise. Maybe husband can do car head stuff some of the days and you can have couple time on the rest of the days. And maybe you also, being an individual person that's not just a mama and not just a wife, have some fun things that you want to do, in which case that evening time, that golden precious moment, is a perfect time to do it. There are times that I, for example, love doing my music stuff and I can't stand being around other people when I do that. So if I'm like playing piano, like sure, sometimes I'll like tinker away and Jamie will be there and like, he'll be like, oh, I like that song, or like we'll sing along to something or whatever. But sometimes I'm like, I just want to do this myself, and I'll sneak off into a different room and I'll like hole up and I'll be like and I miss Jamie during that time. And sometimes I'll see him and he'll be like, I miss you, maybe you don't need to do that today so we can spend some time together. And I'm like, oh, but I really want to do this. I also love spending time with him. I just can't be in two places at once. It is not a bad thing to want individual time. It is not a bad thing to want couple time. It is the mark of a true healthy relationship to put the work in to satisfy all needs. Your individual needs, your couple needs, your partner's individual needs. We work. Relationships are work. And I feel like if we can increase that conversation element, you wouldn't have to check the Ring camera to know that your husband's not leaving the house. And maybe, bonus third option, you might want to one day ask husband if he'd like to involve you in car head stuff. Maybe then you would understand his passion and sort of just take a moment to hear what it is that he loves, to understand why he likes what he likes, how he gets joy from the collections of Hot Wheels and remote controls cars, or the car stuff that he does. Maybe you pop down to the garage and you can, not always, because I get it, that might not be your thing, that might also not be his thing, right? But maybe sometimes you could bring some stuff on and make it like a little romantic date thing where you race your little Hot Wheels together. Like, how cute would that be? Or you could pretend to be that little Italian car thing from the movie Cars, where he like does the wheels really quickly because they're all like taking the piss out of him and he's like I mean, not the car has arms. If you know the scene that I mean, that we can be friends, I'm so happy. But like there are moments in which that could also be wholesome. You can learn something new, you can be a little bit invested in his life, and perhaps in return he can be a little bit invested in yours. And he doesn't need to do car things all the time, but I'm sure if you ask and say, hey, I want to spend some couple time with you, somebody in a healthy relationship would understand that compromise is needed, and that like maybe you do want that for TV watching time, but also for like knitting, of course, puzzle making. What are you thinking about? So you're essentially demanding that he observes a bedtime with you. He's an adult and can decide for himself when he's ready to turn in. Some people don't just like going to bed until they're ready to go to sleep. You would be the drama if there's a blanket rule you ask him not to do it going forward. I do agree with the you would be the drama thing. And I do agree as well that he is an adult and can decide for himself what he wants to do, but at the same time, he does also need to respect that you have needs. And if your needs are couple needs, which I'm sure he also has the needs for, you need to communicate that, babe. Sounds like kid-free, job-free time is limited right now, and you have different ways that you want to spend it. You are the drama. If you demand he stops doing this altogether to do your preferred activity instead, some compromise is in order. Maybe Fridays and Saturdays could be movie nights. Yeah, maybe Monday, Wednesday, Fridays one week, and then Tuesday, Thursdays the other week. So overall, it like balances out. And you both, I wholly encourage you, OP, to find something that you love doing too. I'm sure that you have a gorgeous life and gorgeous passions and gorgeous interests beyond just your family network as well. And you deserve to explore that as well. Everybody needs me time. This is a win-win. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fun. It's fun for you to do things individually, and it's fun for you to do things together. So like, just have loads of fun. Yeah, the phrasing of this post is weird. I agree. Don't ask him not to do it. Say that you miss spending time with him, and ask if there's a way to delegate some days and times to that time between you and times apart. And also, I'm adding on to this, ask if you can get involved. Show an interest. It's hot. It's hot. This is Reddit, damn it. We don't compromise. There's only two options: counselling or divorce. Any mentions of common sense options are strictly forbidden. And this is why we do these videos. All right, should we go fishing once more? Am I the drama for commenting on my friend's weight? No. no. Why do we have 2 weight posts in one? My blood stopped boiling. I was in a little therapy session and now my blood's boiling again. Let's go. Today, my friend, who's a 25-year-old woman, texted our group chat mentioning offhand that her boyfriend is at the pharmacy to buy her an emergency contraceptive pill. Okay, we live in a Canadian province where Plan B isn't available over the counter and must be prescribed. Ooh, pharmacists are authorized to write the prescription so it's still accessible. Okay, I was like, wow, I didn't know that was a thing. But okay. But this means that the woman must be the one who goes to the pharmacy to get it. Ooh, that is not okay. I don't like the idea of that. I think that's actually limiting accessibility in quite a lot of ways because, one, they might not be able to go out for a variety of reasons. If they are closeted in some way, if they're in an abusive situation and their partner doesn't know that this is what they're doing, but it's their body and they get to decide, you know, and can deal with the fallout. If they are a young person and nobody in their household knows that they are being sexually active for reasons of literal, like, physical accessibility, if they can't get there, for reasons of stigma, for reasons of knowing the pharmacist, there's just so many plot holes to this plan. Why, Canada? Why? Let's read on. Cis men therefore cannot buy Plan B here. That's nothing. You're having to out yourself. If you yourself are a trans person who is in need, you are unnecessarily needing to out you. I let my friend know about this information and she immediately panicked because she doesn't have enough money for the Plan B herself. Because her boyfriend's gone. Right, I'm getting the connection to the story here. Why it didn't occur to her that it would be the same if her boyfriend just sent her the money, I don't know for sure. She asked me how much Plan B is. I told her that it's around $40 without insurance. Wow. But if you're covered by provincial insurance like I am, it's around $23. Okay. My other friends in the group chat offered to go to the pharmacy for her and claim that the Plan B was for her to save money because other friends are covered by insurance and they agreed on that plan. You have some cute friends. That is very sweet. But wow, it's horrific to think that in order to be financially accessible in that way, you are having to use or rely on a support network of other people. Where does the weight come in? Questions. This is when it occurred to me that Plan B is less effective for larger people and larger women need to take 2 or sometimes even 3. I didn't know this. Is this the case? Does weight affect Plan B? Plan B may work less effectively at standard doses in people with a body weight of over 155 pounds, but it doesn't have a weight limit, so individuals above the body weight can still take it. I cannot find a conclusive answer. It definitely seems that Plan B does not have a weight limit, but whether you take more, especially because it's based on hormone levels, which makes sense that, you know, like depending on your mass, you may need more or less. It makes sense, but I don't want you to quote me on that. Let's read on. I'm now understanding the weight connection though. The friend who offered to go to the pharmacy can't be more than 110 pounds, so would definitely only be able to get a prescription for 1, but the friend who needs it is at least 200 pounds. My larger friend is very self-conscious about her weight and teeters between being in denial about it and constantly putting herself down for it. I texted the group chat to say the amount that they'd prescribe will depend specifically on who goes in for the prescription, which confused both of them, so I responded again and said, it depends on weight. Okay, I can see how somebody who's very self-conscious about their weight may be hurt by this comment. However, this is a factual comment, whether it be to do with this, whether it be to do with a mental health disorder like depression. The reality is sometimes the truth is going to hurt you a little bit if you are not particularly happy and accepting of that truth. It doesn't mean that it shouldn't be said in situations where it helps or support. This is exactly one of those situations. Neither of them interacted with the group chat for a while, says OP. The skinnier friend called me to let me know that I really hurt the larger friend. So am I the drama? Ugh, no, you're not the drama. You are not the drama at all. I can't see a world in which you are the drama. You weren't to know that would cause offense. You're actually trying to stand up for your friend and make sure that they get the help that they need, because if this absolutely is the case and you need to take more, then I'm sure your friend is going to be really, really grateful to have known that information beforehand than to have not taken what they needed to take in order to do what they needed to do and then face a significantly greater permanent consequence. It is not like you were being rude and you said it and then you said it factually to be like, it depends on weight. It is simple. You weren't being rude. And I actually think that if you were like, oh, I don't mean to offend you or anything, I just want to let you know, like, I know you're a bit funny about your weight, but like, it does depend on weight. There is no other way that you could have phrased that would have been nicer. You would have just contributed to othering or bringing more attention to it. The way that you did it was factual and to the point and not rude. So no, I really don't understand how you're the drama here at all. At the same time, even though you didn't mean to be the drama, we need to accept that your friend was hurt. And I don't think that there is any harm in you contacting your friend to be like, hey, I'm really sorry. I've been made aware by our other friend that my comment hurt you. I didn't mean at all to hurt you. I just wanted the best treatment for you, and I understand that it can differ depending on weight, so I felt like it was my duty as a friend to let you know that. I love you and you're beautiful regardless of your size. That is what you could do. That feels like a very kind thing to do, and I would absolutely recommend doing that. And I do think that if your friend had a problem with it beyond that, then they would fall into the territory of being the drama. I changed my badge. No drama here. That is my badge. That is my badge. I forgot that badge existed. It's no drama here, because I don't think that your friend is being the drama either. If they I reacted negatively, then it would turn into a not the drama, because then your friend would absolutely be being the drama. But as it stands, no drama. I think it's fine. I think it's totally fine that your friend felt hurt and felt a way to express that to one of their friends, to be like, oh God, this really hurt me, as long as they're not taking it out on you. Therefore, no drama here. Oh, it's been a while since we've used that badge. Not the drama. It's not like you were rude or aggressively calling her fat. You just pointed out a fact that was really important for them to know before they went. I agree. I totally agree with this. And I have to say, I was like, I had my blood boiling again, but this isn't fatphobic at all, what you did. You're just standing up for a friend, and I'm glad. Oh, good grief. Does common sense not grow anymore? I would sure rather have that information than take a contraceptive and have it fail because the prescription protocols weren't followed. Not the drama. Yep, Reddit is bad for common sense people. Other people all downvote good people here. There is a lot of hate towards Reddit in today's comments, but I mean, these are trends that we often see. So just put that out there. Oh, OP's updated. For anyone wondering about the weight dosage thing, I can't believe it's come such a heated debate in the topics. Friend ended up texting me after going to the pharmacy herself, where she was given a different pill from the one normally prescribed because of her weight. So it's not necessarily 2 pills, it's just a different, stronger pill, I'm guessing. Her boyfriend paid for it. After she realised I was right about weight being a factor, she realised I wasn't trying to be mean and was genuinely relaying information. All resolved. I'm glad this is resolved. I stick with my no drama here badge, but I will just say, what if it wasn't right? If you were misinformed, but you genuinely thought that was the case, you still weren't being in any way fatphobic. You were just trying to reach out to her, and I'm so glad that you did that. And also just noting, if we're coming to things like prescriptions, please do go yourself. It's a shame that situations like this are not more commonly known, because I totally appreciate why friends might use other friends to go and get prescriptions, and they would be doing a wrong thing, and this is the damage of a system that is not accessible. So governments, very glad to have this information as well, that weight can be a contributing factor to the kinds of treatment that you receive. I didn't know that, and I'm grateful to have learned. All right, shall we do one more? Shpoop! Am I the drama for refusing to go to a wedding that I was not invited to? What? How does this make you the drama if you were not invited? Why would you go? Where is this force coming from? Let's read. Boyfriend is mad about this, but am I the drama really? We've been together for 10 years. We are in our 30s. His close friend and colleague, who is a woman, is getting married and didn't put my name on the wedding invite or any of the email threads with the details about their wedding. Okay, let's read on. She knows me well. I'm real sure she doesn't like me. Okay. Anyway, my boyfriend expects me to pretend that I was invited, participate in all her activities, and have a good time with their friend group. He is mad at me saying that I won't go. It offends him. But really, am I the drama for skipping the party that I wasn't invited to and spending my weekend how I would want? So you don't want to go either. Based on that fact alone, you're not the drama for not going. Even if you were invited to the wedding, if you don't want to go, you don't want to go. Wouldn't I be more of the drama to go to a wedding that a bride didn't invite me to? You absolutely would. I don't know what is going on with your boyfriend. I think he's being a little bit silly and maybe blinded by the fact that it is his friend and he doesn't want to see that there is perhaps a rift. But you said you got your little dar on. She doesn't like you. You're real sure she doesn't like you. You've been together 10 years and your name isn't on the invitation? Babe, I don't think she likes you. I certainly would not be going without clarifying. My first thought, my first instinct, I'm scratchy, itchy, desperate to see an update on this. Like, I wish that you had gone, or asked boyfriend to go, and boyfriend had gone and been like, hey, are we inviting partner too, or is this invite just to me? I do think that clarification is important. However, if you don't want to go, I would also understand why you wouldn't want to do that clarification, because the reality of the situation is, if you did, then friend, bride, might feel like there's a pressure to invite you because you've specifically been asked to be like, oh yeah, of course she can come. And you don't want that, and bride doesn't want that, so like, why poke the bear? You know? Why poke the bear? Though poking the bear will give you clarification, so maybe that's why you poke the bear. It's up to you, and it's up to partner, but I definitely agree you are not the drama here. Sounds like bride is the drama. Sounds like boyfriend has been a little bit the drama. You've been together a decade, your name should be on the invitations. I will say one thing, if it's not on the invite or on any of the email threads, I don't think I would take offense at it consistently not being there, because a lot of the email threads, especially if it's done through like a wedding comms company where you have a website, all of it is done under the same. Whatever is put on the invite database is also put on the email thread. So if you went on one, of course you won't be on the others, because they're not sitting there typing out every single name individually with the same information. If it's the threads about the details of the wedding, obviously if it's personal communication, that's a totally different story. But listen to that gut. She knows what's what, you know what's what, bride knows what's what, boyfriend's got his head in the sand, that's what's what. Info request, is the invite only for you or is it boyfriend +1? Because if it's +1, then it's assumed that you would be that +1. But if it's just him with no +1, then you were specifically not invited and you should not go. If he really wants to press the issue, he could use his big boy words. I love that that phrase. Use your big boy words. And ask his friend if his invite includes you. I mean, the comment says +1, but I would be asking specifically for you, but you definitely shouldn't just assume that your invite was implied. Total agree on that point. But of course, asking means accepting the possibility of no as an answer, and he needs to accept that if a no is given, then that calls yes, but also that if a yes is given, that puts you in an awkward position because it sounds like you don't want to go, babe. You've got a weekend planned and that wedding is not on the agenda. OP actually responded though and said, no +1, just him. He asked me to see that she'd made a mistake and of course I'm invited, but we've known each other for 10 years and it's not right. A simple question would clarify this. Use your big boy words and ask. He is offended at your refusal to gatecrash, but not her failure to invite you. Make that make sense. And OP's responded, yeah, that part hurts for sure. I'm sorry that this hurts and it sucks, but I absolutely know for a fact that the reason this is happening is because, I mean, there's definitely a tension between you, right? She's not invited you, you don't want to go, you feel the tension. I'm pretty sure that boyfriend's going to feel this tension. You've been together for a decade. For whatever reason, there is an issue and he doesn't want to poke the bear. He doesn't want to know, because doing that is going to mean actively addressing the elephant in the room, which is the rift of your relationship. And then he's going to have to make choices and tame that elephant whenever you're both having to be in the same area. So damn, it's not personal to you. It doesn't mean that it should hurt less. Your boyfriend's a wishful idiot. God bless him. She doesn't want you though. She didn't invite you. It would be rude to go, plus you'd feel like crap, not the drama. I absolutely agree with this, but ask. If it were me, I would ask. If you genuinely don't want to go, right, and you really, really know that this is the issue and you don't want to know the answer to that question, or you think knowing the answer to that question will affect boyfriend more, then fine, don't ask the question. But if you could sacrifice that weekend to go, and there is a chance that, because there is a chance that it could have just been a mistake, then ask the damn question, because otherwise you will constantly be asking. If you don't go and they know you don't go but don't push as to why you go, it will always be Schrodinger's invite. You won't know for sure, and the boyfriend might then hold extra resentment on you because it wasn't clarified, and there is nothing that you could do about it afterwards because you didn't clarify it before. And what a weenie all of you would look like if this was just a mistake for whatever reason. She was expecting you to be there and you weren't there, and you were like, oh, I just didn't think that I'd be invited. Like, things would just be more awkward. Honestly, it sounds like maybe that's not the case, and your boyfriend's just a wishful idiot. A wholesome wishful idiot though. Like, how sweet that he's wanting that. And you know what? Hey, maybe this is a wonderful opportunity for you to mend any bridges. I don't know why you feel she doesn't like you and why you don't like her, but perhaps there's a way to fix that, which obviously would be a lovely thing because you're in each other's network. So wouldn't you want to be friends? I think of some of the people that are in my networks I really don't want to be friends with, but my point is, like, if we don't know anything about the situation, if it's something that is fixable, it would be lovely to be friend with someone who is friendly. If it's just a miscommunication, a misunderstanding that could be straightened out, great. If not, you enjoy your popcorn movie marathon Deliveroo scheduled extravaganza of a weekend, and your boyfriend can go to the wedding alone. And that's the real tea. All right, bitches, I had fun with this one today. Do you agree with my decisions, my badges? Do you not? Let me know downstairs. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll catch you next time with another video. Be kind and have a great day. Bye.